We are here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we will be flying to Atlanta with a continuation into Charlotte, and it is Friday night ops. So hopefully today we have some ATC that pops on. As of right now, we don't have any in Fort Lauderdale, but hopefully a little bit later we will have some that pops on. So I'm just going to go ahead and file my flight plan on VATSIM and get everything set up for our flight into Atlanta. So let's see, our cruising altitude today, let's see what we have. Says our cruising altitude is going to be 34,000 feet. So that's looking good. Let's go ahead and follow that flight plan. And sorry about that, I got a text message. I just want to see who this is. Everybody wanted to text me whenever whenever I start streaming. That's when everybody wants to start texting. Alright, so let's go ahead and get everything turned on inside the aircraft and start going straight away. And fire up the APU and get our fuel pumps turned on and our electricals as well. Window heat and probe heat. So it should be a good flight. Flight time into Atlanta is an hour and 50 minutes. And then I have to figure out how long the flight time is from Atlanta to Charlotte. Alright, so everything's looking good. The aircraft is starting to spool up. They said our IRS is to align. And let's test all of our warnings. There we go, looking good. So we are forecasting some weather into Atlanta. Hopefully it's not too bad and we're not getting bumped around or anything like that. So we got our APU power going in the aircraft. Like I said, our cruising altitude is going to be 34,000 feet. And let's start programming in our route. So we will be departing, as I said, KFLL, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we have to let the aircraft know exactly where it's at so the IRSs can align properly. There we go. So our routing is going to be as follows. KFLL. And go into KATL. And we're going to be departing off of 10 left. Due to the winds. Currently the winds are coming from 140 and 11 knots. So we'll depart off of 10 left. And our departure out of here will be the Archies 4 departure with a no transition. And let's activate that. After the Archies 4, our next point will be Archies. And then we have CZ, S-E-A-Z-Y, S-E-A-Z-Y. And while we're programming in the route, the passengers are going to start getting on the aircraft.
Good
So
day, ladies and
S-E-A-Z-Y,
gentlemen.
then
On behalf of the captain and crew, it is my pleasure to welcome you aboard United Airlines Flight 1021.
M.
Federal regulations require that carry-on items are stowed prior to closing the aircraft door.
Okay.
Your items may be placed in an overhead compartment, completely under the seat
And
in
after
front of you.
M-A-T-L-K,
Use caution when placing items in or removing them from the
we're going to
overhead
connect
compartment.
to
And let us know if we may
Quebec
assist you.
77.
In order to expedite the boarding process,
And take
please
Quebec
be seated as quickly as
77
possible after stowing your
to
carry-on items.
Sharks.
Please take a moment to review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. Passengers seated in an exit row are also asked to review the exit row seating requirements.
So Sharks, after
If you are
Sharks,
seated in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in
we
evacuation.
have,
If you are unable or unwilling to perform the functions described on the
guess that's
card,
Larry
just ask
or
to be
Lair.
reseated.
Lair
Thank
I,
you, and welcome aboard.
L-A-I,
Flight attendants, please prepare
R.I.
doors for departure and cross-check.
And after the layer I, we will connect. Oop, let's clear see that. And then we have our arrivals. So we're going to be arriving via the Jedi 2 arrival. And as of right now, I'm going to be shooting for the 2.7s. 2.7s or 2.8s? You know what? Let me go look at the EFB, and I will tell you in a second. Terminal charts. And let's copy that from the FMS. Complete. And let's look at Atlanta. So for Atlanta, we're going to be shooting for 2.7 right on our arrival. So we'll do the Jedi 2 with the 2.7s, and we'll catch that at Lars. And like I said, we're going to do an ILS of 2.7 right, and we'll catch that at UU. Execute that. And let's look at the legs, make sure there's no flight discontinuities. Right there, there is one, so let's fix that. And let's put in our initial stuff. So our cruising altitude is going to be 34,000 feet. And our zero fuel weight is 129.4, reserves is 1.0, and cost index is 30. Let's execute that. In one limit, let's go with 45. And let's clear that message out. Take off, we're going to need 5 flaps. And our CG is 19.8, so we need 5.98 on the trim wheel. And we need 5 flaps. Alright, so we're looking good there. Let's pop back down here and put in our V speed, so 156, 158, and 163. So let's go back to index, let's make sure all that executes in one limit. That's looking good there. Turn on a little bit of light up in here because it is kind of dim. And like I said, we're going to be getting into Atlanta where there's going to be some rain going on. So I'm pretty sure it'll be darker there. I just want to get all the lights turned on. And any other light I need to turn on? That's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, all those are good. Pop up here to the overhead panel. Turn on our all day upgrade. We're on APU. And let's get lights up here as well. Okay, so we're looking good. I'm going to go ahead and turn on our anti-collision light because we will be taking off out of here in a second. Turn on our seatbelt signs. And popped out here to the MCP. Turn on our auto throttle, flight director, and on the captain side, first officer side. And we're going to be climbing up to 34,000 feet. Okay, speed will be 250 initially. And turn on our LNAV and VNAV LNAV. Set our brakes to RTO. And we are looking good. Let's dim the main instrument panel down just a little bit because it's a little bit too bright. Alright, so we're looking good. Let's go ahead and call for the truck to come and push us back. And we need to monitor Unicom because we don't have any ATC on right now. So let's go ahead and monitor them on 122.8. So I came home from work and I lay there in the bed and I ended up taking a nap. And I was like, you know what, this bed feels good. I don't feel like getting up. But I still wanted to do this stream, so I was like, yeah, let me get up. So we'll squawk 4430. Turn on our transponder, and let's get some light down here on the pedestal as well. And we are looking good, so let's go ahead and call for the truck to come and push us back. So here comes the super tug to push us back. And let's pull up the map for. Let's pull up the map for Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to taxi to one left via taxiway Bravo. And let's get the rest. Let's edit our clip for Atlanta. So we're arriving via the Jedi.
We're ready for pushback.
2. Find that Galvin, Jedi 2. And the runway we're going to be shooting for is 27 right. 26.
Locking gear.
Where's 27? 27 left. 27 left, 27 right. There we go. So we have all those clips, so we're good to go. And let's remove our wheel chalk so that they can put our nose to go right, tail left. And let's go here, remove the wheel chocks. And we are all set for our push.
Miami traffic, Southwest 73 miles going now.
Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start and wheel.
All right, so let's go ahead and get our brief going and start firing up our engine and anti-collision light is on.
It is our mission to provide you with quality and a safe flight.
And
Before we depart,
nothing's
please
gonna
pay
be
attention as the cabin crew demonstrates our safety
igniter and
procedures.
give that some fuel.
In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back and tray table is in the upright and locked position. Ensure your carry-on items are placed
And hopefully they don't
completely
push
under
us
the
to
seat
the
in front of
building.
you. Portable telephones are not permitted for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew. Please direct your attention to the flight attendants in the cabin.
And the engine
For
is starting
everyone's
to spool
safety,
up.
regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards and crew member instructions. To fasten your seat belt, place the metal fitting into the buckle, and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle.
All right. So it looks like we got one good
Please
engine
review
start.
the safety
So
instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft as well as the location and
Good engine
operation
start,
of
so
the
we're gonna
exits
come
and
and disconnect.
flotation devices.
left generator,
Your
left
seat
pack,
cushion serves as an
auto,
approved flotation
right engine
device.
lead, right
To remove
igniter.
it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest
Give
usable
that some
exit.
fuel.
After exiting the aircraft, place your arms through the straps and hug the cushion to your chest. This aircraft has several emergency exits. Take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you. Keep
Remember to
in
unlock the
mind
gear,
that
my
the
guy.
closest usable exit may be located behind you.
Tow truck disconnect.
If there is a loss of this aircraft's electrical power,
All right,
low-level
so the
emergency
super tug's
lights
gonna
will
get out of the way.
illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and floor-level lighting. If needed, oxygen masks will be released overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask toward you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place
And
the
waiting for
mask
the right
over your
engine to
nose
finish
and mouth
pulling
and
up.
slip the
There we
elastic
go.
band over your head.
Ride is clear.
To tighten the
And
fit, pull the
right
tab on each side
generator,
of the mask. The plastic
right
bag does not need to
pack,
inflate when oxygen is
auto,
flowing. Be
turn
sure to
off
secure your own mask
our
before assisting
icky
others.
bleed, and we can kill our
A life
EPU.
vest is
And we
located
got our
under your
generator
seat.
now.
To wear it,
So we are
tear open the
ready
plastic
to go.
package,
We're just waiting for him to
remove
get out of the
life
way.
vest, and slip it over your head. Infant life vests are
And
also
turn on our
available.
taxi light.
Wrap the straps around your waist, snap the two ends together and tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs. The vest can also be manually inflated by blowing
Get
into
out
one end
of
of the
the
red
way,
tubes
my
and is
guy.
equipped with a water-activated
They always take
locator
forever to
lock.
get out of the way.
It is important that you do not inflate your life vest until you have exited the aircraft. As a reminder, smoking is not
All right.
permitted in any area
So we're out of the way,
aircraft,
so let's go ahead and
including
commence
the
our taxi.
lavatories. Tampering with or disabling
And
the
let's
lavatory
let
smoke detector
Fort
is
Lauderdale
prohibited.
traffic know what we're doing.
On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it
Fort
is our
Lauderdale
pleasure
traffic,
to have you
United
aboard.
1021 taxiing to
Enjoy your flight.
10
and
left
thank
via
you for
Bravo.
choosing United.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, United, correction. ExoJet 550, is now heading 354 direct Happer on the subject floor of a common. We're still 3,000, we'll set there to get the
flags over here that we're not cutting them off, and we'll proceed to 10 left. And we got somebody on the road right there.
Fort Lauderdale traffic, exit ship 550 after SACOR on the Thunder 4. We're going to go full send and classify level 4 for 400. Fort Lauderdale traffic.
Miami traffic service 70 Mike on final, runway 6 left.
So it looks like it should be a fairly smooth takeoff out of here. We don't have any weather or turbulence as of right now that I can tell. The winds are currently 146 at 14 knots. So should be pretty smooth out of here.
Affirmative, sir. 26 left. Runway 6 left.
Yes, Captain.
Prepare the cabin for departure.
Okay. I will let the passengers know. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seats are in the upright and locked
It's a long
position.
deck. I didn't realize we were all the way at the end of the terminal. Somewhat. Yeah, we were all the way at the end. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be flying into Atlanta with continuation into Charlotte. Flight time into Atlanta is 1 hour and 50 minutes. I believe the flight time into Charlotte is 1 hour and 30, if I remember correctly. So it'll be a quick turn once we get into Atlanta. We'll just land and kick the passengers off, throw the new ones on, and then we'll head right out. We have enough fuel, so we shouldn't have to refuel in Atlanta. And let's go ahead and line up on 10 left. Fort Lauderdale traffic at 1021 lining up, 10 left. Take it all the way down. Look at the cars doing over there. Turn our landing lights and let's go ahead and line up and get ready to get out of here.
My name is Rescue Airbus V2 American 2023. Airborne, runway 12, flying via. I is your wing 22, 4030.
Alright, so here we go. Fort Lauderdale traffic, United 1021, rolling 10 left, departing via the Archies 4. Alright, so we had a good takeoff out of Fort Lauderdale. And let's go ahead and lock our landing gear. And continue our climb. And let's start bringing up our flaps. And I'll fly the departure out for a little bit. Then I'll engage the autopilot. All right. So I absolutely love hand flying the departures. Before, I used to engage autopilot immediately after takeoff, but one of my viewers was like, "Yeah, that kind of takes the fun out of it." So I was like, "You know what? You're right." And now I hand fly the departures out. Ow. That hurt. So we're gonna fly up into these clouds here. And I'm still hand flying the departure. Alright, so I'll go ahead and engage autopilot at this point, and the aircraft to take it the rest of the way. So that was a really good takeoff out of Fort Lauderdale, no issues whatsoever. I'm sitting here wondering, or trying to remember if when I took off, if I said Fort Lauderdale traffic or if I said Atlanta traffic. I can't remember. So in about 200 feet, shut off our landing lights and continue our climb out. And we are looking good. You said Fort Lauderdale, fun having an uncontrolled Class C. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if I said Fort Lauderdale or not. I don't like having an uncontrolled airspace. I like being able to actually talk to people. Like I ran into an issue a couple of streams back where I lined up and I announced that I was rolling out of San Francisco on a 01. And once I started my roll, that's when another pilot called in and said that he was crossing the threshold for 28 left. So I had to reject my takeoff and go back to start. So not everybody communicates on Unicom like they're supposed to. So that's why I kind of like having a controller. So how's your day going, Record? We're going to continue our climb up to our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet. And I'm hoping that Atlanta Center or somebody pops on. That way we know which runway we can expect for Atlanta. Okay, no flying. Okay, no flying. Agreed on talking to people on the radio. Oh man, that's not good. Dumb new question. VATSIM has a guess. VATSIM has, I guess, in this case, CTAP. I'm not sure. I am not 100% sure. And I'm not gonna lie, I do not know what CTAP is. So what is that? Common traffic advice. Yes, is Unicom 122.8. So whenever there's not a controller on, we got to monitor Unicom, and that's when you're supposed to call in and report your positions and what you're doing and stuff like that, especially on approach and departures. Interesting. I have a lot to learn about that. So. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a fun experience. Once you get in there and you start flying around, interacting with the other pilots and the air traffic controllers and stuff like that, it's very fun. But like I don't know if you heard me mention it yesterday in the stream, but if you're new to VATSIM, I would suggest signing up for your VATSIM account. And your first couple of hours or first day or so, just go in and observe and listen to the radio calls, see what people are saying and doing and their responses to traffic or to ATC, and you'll have a great time. I've been flying on VATSIM since 2008, I think is when I started flying on VATSIM. And now I can't fly on my simulator unless I'm flying on VATSIM. I wouldn't call myself a natural. I will say once I take when I take a break from it for a long period of time, it takes me a second to get back into the mix when I come back to it. And you can usually tell when it's been a while since I've flown on here, because I'll come in and I'll be stumbling over my calls and I'm like, okay, am I supposed to say this? Oh crap, I was supposed to say that. But it's still like some stuff that I don't know. So like your position reports whenever you're flying overseas, I still don't know those. I knew them at one point many years ago, but very rarely do I fly overseas that has ATC on. So like a couple of weeks ago, I did a flight from San Francisco to Narita, and I didn't have to file position reports because there was no ATC on. And there's pretty much nobody in the airspace around me. So I'm going to tune in to MCO approach so that we have a little bit of ambient. 124.8. So we should have a little bit of ATC. So VATSIM covers Oceanic. Yep, VATSIM covers the entire world. So if you want to get an idea of what VATSIM, like what areas are covered, there's a website you can go to called VATtastic.com, and it shows the map and all the airspaces and everything like that. You can see all the other pilots that are out there flying.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable electronic devices.
So we're going to continue our climb up, and while we're doing that, let's go over here to our EFD and start looking at stuff for Atlanta. So right now I'm going to be shooting for 27 right, so the elevation there is 977. Let's pop up here and set our landing altitude for 1,000 feet. Elevation 977, enter that, and then the runway length is 12,390. 12,390. That's set up. Yeah, I was on VAU.aerial yesterday and saw your Twitch and flight plan notes. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't even heard of that one.
Orlando approach. Good evening. Delta 2267. Requesting off recommended to on hard 6. Delta 2267. Orlando. Good
I haven't even heard of that one. I've only heard of VATSPY, VRoute, and VATtastic.
5000. Expect 340 on 7 minutes after departure. Departure is with me, squawk 0632.
So 101.3275.
Atlanta by the Jag 6, Mateo transition, then a south, push climb 5000, departure with you, squawking 0632, Delta 2267. Read back is correct, push your starting discretion, contact the taxi, expect 17 right for departure. 17 right, we'll call you ready, Delta 2267.
1.3 and 275 on the course. All right, so we are all set up now for our approach into Atlanta. And right now the winds are currently coming from 284, so I think we should be good for 27 right. So I'm not going to change anything up. And to establish on 27 right, we need to be at 2,700 feet. How do you choose where you're flying? Do you just pick the route in the airport? Yeah, you just pick. The only time you have to like follow specific airports or whatever is if you're flying for a virtual airline. So for instance, once I started getting really good with IFR flight plans and stuff like that, I joined a virtual airline, virtual FedEx. And in virtual FedEx, you go there and you can pick your routes where you want to fly. And the way it works is wherever you end up, that's where you have to start your next flight. So for instance, if I fly from Memphis into LA, I would have to find a flight that's departing out of LA going to a point or whatever. And then I would fly to that point, and then I would do it again. I would find an airport that's departing from that point to the next point. So that's only if you're flying with the virtual airlines. They do have a thing on the virtual airlines called a jump seat, where after you've been flying with them for about a couple of weeks or about a month or so, you get virtual dollars or whatever. And the virtual dollars allow you to buy a jump seat on an aircraft. So let's say you flew from LA all the way into Hong Kong, and you don't see a route that you want to fly out of Hong Kong, or you just don't feel like flying out of Hong Kong. You can jump seat from Hong Kong back to whatever airport you want to start at, and then start your routing from there. So yeah, like I said, that's only if you're flying on virtual airlines. But if you're not flying on a virtual airline, you're just free flying like I am right now, you can fly any route that you want.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You may now take off your seatbelt.
So yeah, it's a really cool experience. Very, very cool experience. And then you have the camaraderie. Didn't even know that was a thing. I heard something about VAT economy as well. Okay. VAT economy might be the same thing as virtual dollars, maybe. I'm guessing. I've never heard of VAT economy, but just from the title, I would think it's probably virtual dollars as well. But yeah, so that's how you would do it on a virtual airlines. But if you're free flying like I'm doing right now, you just fly from wherever you want to. But what I like to do is continue what I was doing when I was with virtual FedEx and flying from wherever I last ended. So last night we flew from Atlanta into BWI down to Charlotte, and we ended in Fort Lauderdale. So that's why I'm beginning this flight in Fort Lauderdale and heading into Atlanta, and then a continuation over to Charlotte. Now there have been times where I have done a virtual jump seat, and that was when I did a 10-hour and 45-minute flight from San Francisco into Narita, and I didn't feel like flying that all the way back because that was an all-day event. I had to babysit the computer the whole time, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't feel like doing that again. So I virtually jump seated back to LA to start my next flight. My home airport is BWI. Long stuff. Oh man, I've done so I'm going back to virtual FedEx again. When I was with virtual FedEx, I had 2 weeks off from work, and I did it around the world, constant flying. I started at Memphis, I flew into, I think I went the Pacific route. So I started in Memphis, I flew over to LA, and then I flew into the Pacific, flew into Europe, and then back into the United States. And my computer was on nonstop. And after I did that, I told myself, never again. Never again. That was painful. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my my water. Okay. But BWI, I've flown in and out of there several times in real life. Because I'm active duty Air Force, and I've had to go on missions, and we would fly commercially out of there. So I like that airport. Alright, so it looks like we got about 3,000 feet before we reach our cruising altitude. Thanks for the service. I actually flew in 172 and 230 right there once. Oh, nice. I was actually training on 172s at one point. I started with the carbureted 172 when I was living up in New Jersey. And I lived in Japan for about 4 years. And while I was there, that's when I started learning how to fly the fuel injected 172s, but I haven't been able to pick it back up since I moved here to the state. So let's see. It said that we need to be at 2,700 feet to establish on that runway. So we should be set up for a good landing into Atlanta. I just want to check and see what the weather is right now, because I know that they were saying it was going to rain, or it should be raining right now. So I just want to double check. Alright, so right now it's saying that it is cloudy with a 20% chance of rain. So should have a pretty good descent there. Yeah, gotta watch that car key. Yeah, I stopped. It's way too expensive to pocket it. Yeah, yes, it is. I think at the time when I was doing my flight lessons, it was around, they said around $6,000 to $8,000 to get your PPO, and I was super stoked. Like I wanted to do it. I wanted to keep doing it, and I might pick it back up because I'll be able to retire in about a little bit less than a year. I'll be able to retire, and I don't know if I said it, but thank you for that. I've been in the Air Force for 20 years now. But I think I might pick it back up whenever I retire. And I want to work my way up to twin turboprop, at least. But yeah, I think when I was in Japan, every time I went up, I was spending about $120 or $140 each time I went up. So we're about 800 feet from the top of our climb, and we'll continue that into Atlanta. And while that's going, let's go ahead and look. Yep, I got all the way through the TPL, and I think it cost around 6K by the time I was done. Would love to get the extra rating as well. Mid 90s, it was $53 an hour for the 152 wet, around $100 for the 172. Okay, all right, yeah, and I think I want to say when I was in New Jersey when I first started flying, training on the 172, I want to say it was about that price, maybe a little bit more for the 172, but not much more. But yeah, I wanted to jump right into the 172. I didn't want to go with the 152. I don't know, just something about it I didn't like. Alright, so let's see something. I'm going to look up our routing from Atlanta into Charlotte. I think I already have that flight plan, but I just want to go look at it again. 739. No, I don't have this one. Okay. Let's go to... I'll tell you one thing, it's very quiet for it to be Friday Night Ops. Let's see something. All right, let's see what you say. 152. 152 is way cheaper to train, but their stall envelope is crappy. I would break a wing real hard every time, almost to a spin. I did that on my flight exam and scared the hell out of the examiner. I don't know what I would do in a spin. I've never been in a situation when I was in a spin, and I've seen videos about spins, and I was like, I don't want to do spins. Matter of fact, it wasn't until I lived in Japan that I did my first stall, because I was flying with the instructor. He was explaining something. He was saying, oh yeah, it's kind of like the feeling that you get whenever you do a stall. And I said, oh, I've never trained those stalls. He's like, really? He's like, okay, so we're going to do it right now. So we did power on and power off stalls, and he was explaining to me how if you're not quick on the rudder whenever you're coming out the stall, or whenever it's going into the stall, if you're not quick on the rudder, how it can kick into a spin. So I made sure I was quick on that rudder so that I could bring that nose straight down as opposed to it kicking and then starting to spin. Generate the flight plan, and I will download that. So yeah, I'm absolutely terrified to get into a spin. Alright, so I was just looking up our flight plan from Atlanta into Charlotte. Oh yeah, I did. I did break a wing into his fin during install exercise. We were at 3500. Thank goodness. Release the yoke. See the way that the turn. See the way the turn ball indicator is pointing, and press the same rudder pedal. Yeah, to get out of his fin. Yep. I know another thing that scared the crap out of me was when I was in Japan.
Good afternoon. TBM Match 19 November Yankee. Do you control Leesburg International?
Aircraft calling Orlando, that's the name. Not control Leesburg.
Roger, thanks for you.
Another scary moment that I had was when I was in Japan. We were flying, and we got over the coast, and then we got over the water a little bit, and all I saw was blue sky, blue water, and I lost situational awareness for a brief second. But by the time I lost situational awareness, like I was staring down at my MFD the whole time, and I was like, we need to turn back, because all I saw was blue and blue. So the instructor had to turn the aircraft back to land. But yeah, that was nerve-wracking for me.
Approach Delta 2267 from Airside 4, short of Hotel 3, ready for taxi.
Alright, turn off the seatbelt sign for them. Yeah, I did.
Delta 2267, runway 17 right, taxi hotel.
Yeah.
Taxi hotel.
That and like 100% instruments. Yes, definitely. 100% instruments. But I think that's what happened with JFK Jr. He wasn't certified on instrument flights. And he was flying, I think he was flying in the rain as well. And he lost situational awareness and ended up crashing the plane. Alright, give me about 2 minutes. I'm going to grab my in-flight meal. Alright, I'm back. Just had to grab my in-flight meal for this flight. Or should I say in-flight snack. So we're still cruising along at 34,000 feet. The aircraft is handling amazingly. No issues on takeoff out of Fort Lauderdale.
And approach at 2267, short of 17, ready to go. 2267, wind Orlando 260 at 7, gusting 18.
So are you thinking about getting into flying on VATSIM, Record?
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, 17 right at 2267. approach, sorry.
Oh, you have to grab the sim first?
Affirmative, 260.
I have to grab some first. I have flight sim and Steam, but I don't like it. Not enough control. Oh, okay. So, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people like X-Plane 11, but I've been flying on flight sim since 1996, so I'm used to flight sim. And I'm kind of scared to move over to X-Plane 11 because I feel like it'd be like learning a whole new operating system. So yeah, that's why I moved over to P3D, because P3D is almost like FS6, or almost like Flight Sim, but just with a different name. Waiting to spend the money on. I would say save your money and wait for FS 2020 to come out. That's what I would wait on. Like, I don't know if you've seen any videos or pictures of how FS 2020 looks, but it looks amazing.
Costing 1,700 to 5,000.
It's so amazing compared to 1,700. Ridiculous. Yeah, like I was looking at it. I was looking at it yesterday while I was flying at the videos, and I was like, "Wow, I want it now. I don't want to wait. I want it now. It's my sim, and I want it now." I didn't sign up for the alpha because I didn't think that my computer at the house would be fast enough to take full advantage of it. So yeah, I didn't sign up for it. But I did have an alpha tester pop into one of my streams, and he told me a little bit about like the specs and stuff like that, but I couldn't go into too much detail because of the NDA that they had to sign. But he was actually alpha testing it while he was watching my stream, and I was like, "Oh man, come on, tell me some stuff about it." He's like, "I can't." Yeah. So they have the NDA. The alpha testers can't say anything about the simulator to the public.
So 2267, turn right, heading 360, direct mono. 360, direct mono, Delta 2267.
But I must say, I have to get a yoke and stick and pedals too. So I didn't, when I first started, okay, so let me back up. When I first started flying on Flight Sim, I literally had a joystick and the throttle was on the actual joystick itself. It was garbage. And then I wanted to like start flying Flight Sim on my laptop, so that was back with FS 2004 or FS9. And I was flying with a game controller. Didn't work at all. Wasn't realistic at all. So then I picked up the X56 joystick, and it had the joystick and the throttle separate. And now I'm running the Thrustmaster setup with a stick and throttle. And I'm thinking about picking up a yoke, and I also have a SideTech rudder pedals at the house. I'm currently not at the house right now, though. I'm on the road, so this is my on the road setup. So we have a couple more fixes and then we'll begin our descent down into Atlanta. But yeah, if you're still trying to figure out which sim you want to use, I would say wait for FS 2020 to come out.
Well, 2267, I'm above my airspace. Check the center's offline, radar surface, PMDG, so shoot a confidence flight.
Roger, over to Unicom, then 122 decimate, Delta 2267, we'll see ya.
Nice that you can't have both road and home setup. I have to lurk for now and watch you guys fly. I know the feeling. Like whenever I was out here before, because I'm on a business trip right now, and I was out here about 8 months ago, and I didn't have a gaming laptop or anything, so I had to like watch the videos, and this is before I even started streaming, because I've only been streaming for about 6 months now. But I would just watch other people's videos, and I would get homesick and miss being able to fly and stuff like that, or play various other games. And then when I found out I was coming back out here, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go out there and be missing games again. So I had my gaming laptop, and I was like, you know what? Let me try and install FSX on here. So I installed it on here, and to my surprise, it actually ran, and it ran better than my desktop. But once I got here, I kept having various issues with it wanting to crash the desktop and things like that. So I was like, you know what? I need to find a more stable sim. So I had forgot that I had purchased P3D version 4.5 a few months ago. So I started seeing videos about P3D version 5. So I was like, oh crap, let me go and get that. So when I went to the website, I saw that I already had a code for 4.5. So I was like, oh, that's right, I had already bought it. So I installed 4.5, and that's what this is, and it runs so much better than FSX. Like FSX, I would get maybe 30 frames per second on the exterior view, and maybe 15 to 20 frames per second on the interior view. And on P3D, I'm getting 34 frames per second on the interior view, and close to 70 frames per second on the exterior view.
Fever 43 Charlie, Orlando, are you with me?
I am, sir. Orlando, Fever 43 Charlie, as you read.
Yes, Fever 43 Charlie, I've got you 555 now.
So I would say if you're looking for, if you're in a rush to get a sim, I would go with P3D because I find it to be very stable.
Right approach.
Visual 17 right, SeaWorld 4 Stevens, full switch on.
That's great for a laptop. I figured you've been streaming longer than 6 months. You have a nice setup, graphics and stuff. I figured you have been doing that for. Nope. Nope. Only been doing it for 6 months. And if you would have seen my stream when I first started, oh God. When I first started streaming, I was sitting there and I'm just playing a game, and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm just sitting here playing this game. And I'm sitting there trying to hold conversations about various things in the event somebody popped in. And it was pretty painful. And then I started doing my research on how to get the different overlays, how to get the different scrolling text, get the chat to show up in the on the window. Because after I do my streams, I'll upload them to my YouTube channel. And when I first uploaded them to my YouTube channel, it was awkward. Like, you would see me talking back to somebody's comment, but the viewer wouldn't be able to see what it was that was being said. Or I would be laughing at something, and they couldn't see what it was I was laughing at. So I had to figure out how to do that to where the chat shows up on the actual stream. I love it. I love streaming. I love interacting with everybody and being able to show off a program that I've enjoyed for a majority of my life.
Reaper 14 Charlie, continue that down to 3000, flight 240.
Heavy down, 9240.
Professional, I have to check out. I try. Sometimes I stumble over my words, and there's a lot of times where I'm like repeating stuff. So I'm still learning. But I'll check the card. If you want to see the other side of VATSIM, look for a streamer by the name of BW Flight Simulations. BW Flight Simulations. Is it BW Flight Simulations or BW Simulations? Hold on. Give me a second. I think it's BW Flight Simulations. Check him out. He controls Oakland Airspace, Oakland Center, and sometimes he does NorCal Approach. Yeah, BW Flight Simulation. He does Oakland Center and sometimes NorCal Approach. He's on every day or every night. He usually takes like one night off or whatever. But if you want to see what the controllers have to go through, check him out. Oh, thanks for the tip. Always interesting to see how other side matches. Yeah, like I was amazed. Because there's times when I would be flying and I'm like, well, why did they do this? Why did they tell me to go this way? Why are they telling me to descend now or what have you? How do they see everything that I'm doing? Because they can see everything that you're doing. Everything. So I was like, how can they see everything that I'm doing and whatnot and what have you? So when I went into his stream and watched, I was like, so they can see everything. Like they can see when you're on the tarmac. They can see when you're taxiing. They can tell you which taxiways to go to. They can see when you're taking off. They can see if you're following the given route following the SID or the star. And yeah, it's amazing. And the airspace can get crazy sometimes. And it gets comical on his channel sometimes too. But the airspace can get really, really crazy with a lot of traffic. Like I popped into his channel last night? Yeah, last night. And for like the first 30 minutes of his stream, he was non-stop giving directions to the various pilots.
Uber 43 Charlie, wind 2607, gusting 18, 17 right clear land.
Clear follow. Leave that 48 Charlie.
And that's the other thing. If I was a controller, I would not want to be center. If I was a controller on VATSIM, I would not want to be center. I think I would probably want to be tower or ground. That's it. Because if you're center, right, in the event that approach or departure, tower, ground, or clearance delivery isn't there, you have to fill all those roles. So imagine you're sitting there trying to control the aircraft that's in the airspace. You have another aircraft calling for taxi clearance. You have another aircraft calling for departure clearance. You have another aircraft calling for takeoff clearance. You have another aircraft calling for clearance to land. And you have all this going on as a center. If all the other lower agencies aren't on. TrackCon maybe too. That would be nuts to do all that. Yep. Yep. So I have much respect for them. Much respect. And I wish a lot more people who flew on VATSIM actually knew everything that they had to go through. Because there's a lot of people who, one, they get on VATSIM and they don't do their homework on how to properly fly on the server. So they get on there and they think it's just some random video game multiplayer server where you can just go and run amok. Prime example, I've seen it a couple of weeks ago. When I was flying out of San Diego, there was a young man popped in there, didn't know how to follow flight plan, didn't know how to talk to controllers, didn't know nothing. So he just radios to ground. It was like San Diego ground. I'm just gonna say his call sign was Qantas. San Diego ground, Qantas 332. I'm here on the ground here at San Diego, so yeah, I'm just gonna take off and fly around and come back. And ground is like, okay, follow flight plan. Have you followed a flight plan? You want to do VFR. You want to stay in the pattern. And he's like, no, I just want to take off and I'm just going to fly around for like 5 minutes and come back. And it was unbearable to listen to. I had to listen to it for about 30 minutes as I was waiting to get my clearance in. And it was so bad that the ground controller ended up logging off and left the kid still sitting there calling for clearance. And all the seasoned VATSIMers, I had already knew that if a lower agency isn't on, you go to the next agency to get your clearance. So we all left that kid on ground's channel and we all bounced over the tower so we can get our clearance before he caught on that he needed to contact tower.
Very, very long downwind runway 18 right, expecting the out.
Okay, 206, your radar contact. 25 miles north of Orlando. How much farther north
cut the
do you
kid
go
off.
to
What
get
happened at something with cussing?
That's what we're checking right now, United States.
So they have they have supervisors. One second, sorry. they have supervisors that can pop into the server. So they have a thing called Walla, where if you chat Walla,
Probably about 10 miles.
a supervisor will come in and you can say your grievance to them, and then they will either talk to the individual and warn them or instruct them what they should properly do, or if they still don't want to listen, they can boot them from the server. So some of the rules on VATSIM. One, when you log into the server, you have to be at a gate. You can't be at a gate or any parking area. You can't spawn onto the runway. If you're going to leave the flight deck, you have to ask permission to leave, and you have to let them know when you're going to be back, or you have to let them know that you're back. If you're doing a long haul, you can't just like set your plane up once it hits cruising altitude, leave the house for about 5 hours or whatever, and then come back. Because there's been times when I was with Virtual FedEx where I would be doing a 15-hour flight, and they would periodically ping me just to make sure that I was still there. And if they ping you and you don't answer within a reasonable amount of time, they'll just disconnect you from the server.
Runway for United 06.
All right, Managed 06, expect a set, visual 179.
Roger, expect visual 17 right, United 06. And 206, we can accept the RNAV runway 17 right if it helps.
Managed 06, that is up to you.
So yeah, they have supervisors to control the ridiculousness. Makes sense. There has to be some sort of rules. So weather question. Is this set to actual weather in time for the air? Yes. So I'm using a weather engine called Active Sky, and it's actually what the weather is right now. So right now in where I'm at, it is, well, it was drizzling a second ago, but it's very overcast. So if I flew into where I'm at right now, it would be overcast on the 7th, and the time is real time. So I mean, you can set the time to whatever you want it to be, but I always set it to real time. And we're getting some turbulence, so we're going to have to slow down here in a bit. Yep, they see the weather. The controllers see the weather, and they always put out weather reports and ATISes to let you know what the winds are and everything like that. Various conditions, what the altimeter is. So like you'll hear them sometimes say like, information Juliet is current or information Lima is current. That's the latest weather and traffic or weather and airport advisories for whatever airport you're going to.
I left 10 down to 3,000, expect vectors for the visual warning left with 3,000.
Yes, if you have it set to real time, then yes, it will.
Could we get clearance for the RNAV runway 17 right and vectors, for the descent?
So for our descent in Atlanta, I'm going to throw out the speed brake because it's kind of bumpy. And let's go ahead and turn on seatbelt sign. So we will be beginning our descent.
Clear director,
here in a bit.
RNAV runway 17 right.
Traffic is
Roger.
I think it was 0641, but 0610 now for 347.
Radar contact 5 miles north of sector.
Okay, descend maintain 3000.
He's coming in really staticky.
Legal 17 left here on 347.
6.15. I'm gonna tune in Charlotte approach, like listen now. For a little bit. And then I'm gonna have to switch over to the advisory channel so I can let them know my intentions.
We got him on the stage find.
Why is everybody coming in so low today?
And 691 holding short at runway 2 at Charlie. We can take that. We're ready for departure. We have this on letter, so it's no problem for us.
So does VATSIM introduce static, simulate them being away from Yes, all the static and everything like that, that's incorporated in VATSIM, and that's a new codec that just got pushed out 2 months ago, I'd say. Because before it used to just sound plain. It used to sound just like how I sound right now. And then they added the VHF effect into the VATSIM codec. So now it sounds like this. Before you weren't able to talk on the advisory channel, you can only type in the chat to let the pilots know what you were doing. But now you can talk on any radio channel. So you can talk on Unicom, which is 122.8. Or if you're flying with your friend or whatever, and y'all want to talk back and forth, y'all can just pick a random channel and y'all can talk back and forth to each other.
November 2 Kilo Alpha, function that traffic, no traffic is very between you and field. Maintain your velocity, maintain cruise. Bye-bye. 3 move over to Roger 2, get on the good night.
And departure, November 6, Center 1, turning for 230, currently 1,600 miles.
It sounds really real. Talk around on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could. Y'all can just pick a various channel and just start talking about. Like I have a buddy who follows my stream a lot, Avocado Flight. Him and I have gone on flights together, and we'll just be flying. We'll be about 10 miles away from each other, and we can talk back and forth. He'll ask me what the weather is up where I'm at, and what have you, and we'll just be talking random stuff. And nobody else can hear it unless they tune into our channel.
You have the weather. Well, I guess you don't need that, but advise when you have an approach request into Gastonia.
Yeah, we can just take any straight in if you have it to Gastonia.
November 691, sure. How's the RNAV 3 look?
It works fine. Medium rare and basic good.
Alright, so we're beginning our descent down into Atlanta.
Circuit 325, start approach runway 18 after takeoff, 510 heading and maintain 4,000 for traffic. 2,000 runway heading 18 switch to first to takeoff, 691 clear, direct, lock.
And once I hit 10,000 feet, I will go ahead and set my igniters to continuous and start my APU so we have ground power once we get to the gate. Or APU power once we get to the gate.
Traffic at 12 o'clock, 3 miles. It's a 738 on final for 23 at 3,000 depending on Florida inside.
Looking 600.
What looks like at Cuba.
On the 691 turn right and 1 turn
Cuba.
immediately for traffic.
I'm going to have to go to Union to establish 127. So we're gonna catch it at UU. I think that's how it's pronounced, UU.
Charlotte approach, Delta 4577 Airport. Approximately airport with a time report departure of Yellow transition on departure maintain 8,000 at 6305 and 45.
I think it's UU. I think it was like UU is like YOUYU.
Short of echo to call you.
And approach marking 325 off the deck.
Oh, the name of the approach for so the UU, that's the point I need to connect to establish on 27 right. But the approach that I'm on in Atlanta is the Jedi 2.
Roger, you're going to have to maintain 30,000. That's why. You want us to go back to 4 now?
And 691. Yeah, you can just maintain 3,000 for traffic right now.
I heard the cops to learn their background, but okay.
That's a low altitude.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say low altitude.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm training on like you was like OTS ready.
Alright, so we're about to descend down into these clouds.
691.
Record 325, climb maintain 166,000. Left and 090, 16000.
And I'm just going to go to advisory real quick and let them know. Atlanta traffic, 90-1021 descending via the Jedi 2, expecting ILS 27 right. So yeah, I just wanted to let them know on the advisory what runway I'm going to be expecting. And select our V route, so we need fast 40 at 148.
Go to ramp, thanks, say goodbye.
So we'll probably be able to ground in Atlanta for probably about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll head over to Charlotte. Well, that will be our last flight for tonight. I just wanted to do a short stream tonight because I got to get up fairly early for work tomorrow. Yep, I got to work on Saturday and Sunday. We're about 3,000 feet from our transition altitude. That sucks. Weekend work not good. Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one in the office, so it's not too bad. And then I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays. So it's not too bad. Being I'm the only one in the office, I don't mind working on the weekend. I can just put on a good show on the TV and just do my work. I'm thinking I might actually cut this approach off a little bit and go straight from no, it's not bad. From Cuba, I'll just go to UU and then fly it in.
Yeah, 6 I was talking about earlier, we should be directing logs now. This is really new point.
691, roger.
Alright. Feels like it's just dancing on top of these clouds. I'm waiting for it to go down through them. This is another reason why I can't wait till I get home, because the internet here pings a lot. That's why you see the stuttering in my stream sometimes. And it was very bad the other day. Like aircraft that was taking off, they would be taking off, and all of a sudden they would just hang there and then gone. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the internet. Nope, it wasn't you. It's my internet pinging.
November 691 from Lock. Cleared the RNAV runway 3 into Gastonia. Report established.
Third, RNAV 3 approach into Gastonia from Lock. Swift forward south, November 691.
And the other thing I hate about this internet is like sometimes it'll ping like that right when I'm on approach. So it'll mess me up sometimes on my approach.
Have a great weekend. American 325. Take care. Select you on 6. You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, so it hangs your machine? Yeah, it hangs my sim. Like if I'm not flying on VATSIM, I'm fine. But if I'm flying on VATSIM, it'll hang my machine sometimes because it's pinging.
Number 691, no traffic observed between you and Gastonia Airport. Report IFR cancellation in the air or on ground at frequency. Radar frequency terminated. Frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
Alright, frequency change approved. Look for, I will cancel IFR once we're established. So, just detect 691.
Roger.
Alright, so it looks like the rains and stuff cleared out, which is good. I know a couple of days ago I had a nasty departure out of Charlotte. I was flying through a thunderstorm and I thought the aircraft was going to shake apart on our departure out of Charlotte. We had turbulence all the way up to 19,000 feet. But yeah, so B-Dubs, he should be on streaming tonight. He was on last night streaming. He usually gets on around 10 o'clock Eastern time. He's over on the West Coast. But usually about 10 o'clock Eastern time he's on. Thunderstorm's not good. I'll have to check his channel out. So, yep. Yeah, Thunderstorms was nasty. Ridiculous. And I love this plane because you get the rain effect on the windshield and everything, and the wipers and everything. Bug splatter. I love this plane. Alright, so we got Atlanta approach. So let me tune him in on 125.7.
Radio check.
Name of Charlie.
Loud and clear.
Thanks.
Atlanta approach, United 1021. With you, descending via the Jedi 2.
United 1021, Atlanta approach squawk 0465. The altimeter is 2985.
0465 for United 1021.
And Brickyard 3439, 125,400. We're holding here on the triple one arrival.
What was your call sign?
Brickyard 3439, 3439.
2985.
Brickyard 3439, verify you're 10 miles northwest of the rain intersection and taking your altitude.
That is correct, correction 12000.
Brickyard 3439, radar contact. Maintain 12000, reduce speed at 210.
Alright, maintain 12000 and 210 on the speed, Brickyard 3439.
Now to 1021, radar contact, 5 miles southeast of the Daffy intersection, runway 27 left.
Spectrum 27 left, United 1021.
Brickyard 3439, runway 26 right.
26 right, Brickyard 3439.
Alright, so I gotta go and make some changes. Let's go here to our EFB. We're going 27 left. So let's edit the clip. And runway 27. Down. 27 left. So for 27 left, we need 108.5.
Central aircraft information echoes, current visual approaches in use, altimeter
108.5 to 275.
Brickyard 3439, descend and maintain 7000.
Down to 7000, Brickyard 3439.
United 1021, reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 5000.
Reducing to 210 down to 5,000, United 1021. So 275. Yeah, do all this stuff on the fly. Okay, 275 was so good there. And look, 108.5, 108.5, 108.5. And we need to get the runway length and elevation for
Breaker 3439 to center maintain 5,000.
To center maintain 5,000, breaker 3439.
Breaker 3439, expedite your descent, please.
Alright, runway length for 27 left.
Leonard Fred, American 2594.
985 and 9,000.
American 2594, Atlanta approach, squawk 0442.
0442. American 2594.
American 2594,
Alright, we're all set.
contact 10 miles west-northwest of the Glavin intersection. Altimeter is 2985, runway 26 right, maintain 12000.
26 right, maintain 12000.
That is 1021, turn left, heading 340, to center maintain 4000.
Left 340, down to 4,000, 1021. A lot going on, y'all. Yeah, very good IFR practice. A lot going on right now.
United 1021, to center maintain 3000.
1 to 3,000, 1021.
Breaker 3439, turn right, heading 180, vector to final approach course, to center maintain 4000.
Heading 180 down to 4, breaker.
And it's hard doing this with just one person sometimes. So we're going to be establishing on the localizer soon, so I'm just going to go ahead and engage that.
United 1021, turn left, heading 300, join the localizer.
Turn left 300, establish on localizer, 91021.
Brickyard 3439, sir, why are you turning back northbound? Turn right, right turn heading 250, join the localizer.
Heading 250, join the localizer, breaker 3439, thanks.
Alright, so we should be establishing on the localizer here in a bit. And once we get established on
1021, the Atlanta Airport, 11 o'clock and 15 miles, advise when you have it in sight.
And 1021 has field in sight.
Brickyard 3439, stay airspeed.
3439, 165 now.
Brickyard 3439, your last assigned airspeed was 210. Maintain it.
210 for 3439.
Go ahead and drop our landing gear.
United 1021, I'm sorry I missed your last call. Did you say you had the airport in sight?
That's affirmative. I have the field in sight. United 1021.
United 1021, clear visual approach runway 27 left.
Clear visual 27 left. United 1021. Lagging a little bit. Alright. Go ahead and pull up our heads up display. Get ready for our landing. I think he brought me in below the glide slope.
889er Delta Delta with you 4,000 on the Jedi 2.
Oh, we should be good. Hopefully. Let's turn the brightness down on this thing.
Skyhawk 889er Delta Delta line approach squawk 0422. The outline altimeter is 2985.
0422 Skyhawk 9 Delta Delta.
Breaker at 3439, stay heading and airspeed.
And we need to be 148 and 40, so let's go ahead and start getting our flaps out of that.
Breaker at 3439. Okay, breaker at 3439, radar contact lost, stay altitude.
We're 4,200 for 3439.
Breaker at 3439, radio drop off this point because the autopilot is now on us.
I don't know what they're saying right now.
Breaker at 3439, the airport 12 o'clock, 15 miles, advise when you have it in sight. 3439. Breaker at 3439, it's really hard to understand. There's a loud screech in the background and your voice is muffled. Verify you have the airport in sight.
Breaker at 3439, negative, right back.
Advise when you have it in sight.
Okay.
United 1021, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Clear lane 27 left, United 1021.
American 2594, have your reduced speed at 210.
210 American 2194 heavy. Let approach.
Alright, we're established on the glide slope.
721 3000, 8 miles from Milwaukee on the Jedi 2.
Delta 2267, line approach squawk 0444.
0444.
Breaker at 3439, airport in sight.
Breaker at 3439, clear visual approach runway 26 right.
Clear visual 26 right, breaker at 3439.
Skyhawk 889er Delta.
He really needs to do something about that screech because that screech is bad. Oh, we got Atlanta Center on now, so we should have ATC in the Charlotte.
4,000 clear direct Atlanta Airport for us. Skyhawk 9 Delta Delta.
Skyhawk 9er Delta Delta, expect runway 26 right.
We'll expect 26 right, 9 Delta Delta.
American 2594 heavy, just want to maintain 7,000.
7,000 American 2594 heavy.
Delta 2267, radar contact 4 miles southeast of the Wookiee intersection. The Sun Jedi Jedi 2 arrival, runway 27 lost, altimeter is 2985.
Alright, send by the Jedi 2, Texas 27 left, copy altimeter 2985, Delta 2267.
Got a little bit of chop here on approach.
Breaker at 3439, now we get for flying to approach speed.
Breaker at 3439, stay again.
We get to slow down to approach speed.
American 2594 heavy, are you able to understand what he's saying?
Barely, not really.
Breaker at 3439, so you're going to have to send it via text. We cannot understand what you're saying.
Alright. My hands always start to sweat whenever it's time for me to land.
Breaker at 3439, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, breaker at 3439.
Thanks, Greg.
6 right or 26 left?
26 right side.
Roger, Frank.
Thanks, Rickard. I was on a 1 nautical mile final. All right, let's go ahead and bring up our flaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination.
1021, join November, cross runway 27 right at Tango, then Lima to the ramp.
And we hope that you will join us again.
Cross 27 right at Tango, and then Lima to the ramp, United 1021.
American 2594 heavy, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, American 2594 heavy.
That was a long final. All right, so let's make sure we turned off our landing lights. And let's go ahead and head over to the ramp. Oh, stuttering a little bit. Thank you, Internet. Leave on going ahead of us. Alright, so we safely made it to Atlanta, Hartsfield. We're gonna cross.
Cross runway 27 right at November 5. Join Mike to the ramp.
Cross 27 right and join Mike to the ramp. 910.
Delta 2267, descend and maintain 5,000, then reduce speed at 210.
Descend 5,000, then slow back.
So how you doing today, Greg?
267.
American 2594 heavy, change to my frequency 124.6.
124.6, American 2594 heavy.
Delta 2267, change to my frequency 124.6.
24.6.
Greg always seems to like pop in here at perfect timing. He always comes in right when I'm about to land.
To Terminal Tango.
Break card 3439, cross runway 26 left, join Foxtrot to the ramp.
26 left, cross, join Foxtrot to the ramp, break card 3439, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. So there's a loud screech in the background and your voice is very muffled, sir.
That screech you can't fix, that has to do with the grounding, the electrical grounding thing on the headphone jack.
It's like you need a new headphone jack there.
American 2594 heavy, turn right heading 180, vector to final approach course, it's going to maintain 4,000.
Alright, so we're going to pull it into the gate right here.
Aircraft information, Foxtrot.
Even though it says Southwest. That's a GSX thing. They put one airline on all these gates.
Delta 2267, fly heading 330, vector to final approach course. Verify the heading 330, 330. Thank you.
But yeah, there's a lot going on that approach just now. Alright, so we made it to the gate. Let's go ahead and pop in here, shut down our engines, get our APU going, we'll get our jetway connected, and get our passengers off. Cool, gotta run, but thanks for answering all the questions. No problem, Record, and appreciate you popping in here during the stream. Hope to see you next time, and you have a good day, sir. Didn't have my APU started. With all those changes he was giving me, I didn't have my APU started. What the heck is this? Okay, that's fine. So we're just waiting for the APU to spool up. And let's turn off our anti-collision light. And our strobe, we don't need that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and file our flight plan for our flight into Charlotte. So let's go ahead and start setting that up. And then I will file the flight plan, and then we'll be on our way. So how's your day going today, Greg?
Change my frequency 1 to 7.9.
127.9 Delta Delta.
I don't know who that was. Posted a link, but oh, and we got rain now. Gotta love that. So we're at Charlie. What's this? Charlie 8. So let's go back in here. And let's find Charlie's. Service. No. Or should have been dispatched on the site. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break before we head out into Charlotte. So bear with me and I will be right back.
Frontline approach, this is Lima Romeo 7258 Heavy. We're short of Dixie with Foxtrot. Ready to taxi at 27 right.
Lima Romeo 7258 Heavy. This is Atlanta departure. Looks like we're on frequency. Try ground on 121.9er, 21.9er.
21.9er, sorry about that.
No worries.
Alright guys, so I am back here with you. We are going to go ahead and start getting our flight set up for our flight into Charlotte. The flight time is an hour and 15 minutes, so it should be a good short flight for us. And let's figure out who we need to talk to. So we need to talk to Atlanta Ground on 121. Dang, they got everybody on. So let's tune in Atlanta Ground on 121. Actually, they got clearance delivery and ground and tower. Everybody's on. So let's go 118.1 for delivery. And let's stop our music because we don't need that for right now. And then we have ground on 121.9er. And then we have departure. I'll let them tell me that one because there's three of them. So I'll let them tell me that one. And then we have Atlanta Center on 132.9. 132.975. Alright, so let's go ahead and follow our flight plan and get our clearance out of here. And let's talk to clearance delivery and get that. Good afternoon, Atlanta Clearance Delivery, United 1022, requesting IFR clearance into Charlotte.
United 1022 Atlanta delivery, expect PDC.
Expecting PDC, United 1022. Alright, so he's going to send that out to us. And let's go ahead over here to our MCP and start getting that set up for our departure out of here. So we're going to be initially going to 250 knots. And set our overhead panel up as well. So that needs to be off. That needs to be off. Off, on. And here. Alright, so we just got our PDC, so let's go and check that. So, beacon code 7115. Throw that in.
Clearance delivery, good afternoon, United 712, radio check please.
United 712 Atlanta, I hear you.
Awesome, great, United 712, ready, copy, IFR.
Jets 10,000.
United 712, you can expect BDC.
So we're going to climb to 10,000. And
I'm sorry, go ahead and
flight
can you
level
please repeat?
250. Arrival Charlotte, equipment, Phil 2, Phil, control, Jones 2, arrival. Departure frequency is 125.7.
1 second.
Yeah, 712.
125.7.
That's what I meant.
125.7. Expect runway 27 right for departure. ATC may change any time. Push start and pause discretion. Contact ground on appropriate end of the ramp for taxi. Initial contact, state call sign, beacon code, and ATIS. Okay, so we are looking good there. Let's go and see what the ATIS says. So 125.55. And let's listen to that real quick.
Says, advise on initial contact. You'll have information Foxtrot. Atlanta International Airport ATIS information Foxtrot 2252 Zulu. Wind 250 and 8. Visibility 2. Light rain. Ceiling 2,800 broken. 5,000 overcast. Temperature 17. 2.11. Altimeter 2986. Simultaneous departure of departing runway 26 left. 27 right. Ground control will assign runway with taxi instructions. Expect area navigation off the ground departing 26 left. 27 right. Simultaneous visual approach and use runway 26 right. 27 left. North is to airmen. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Land and hold short operations in effect. Operate transponder with Modiconal ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Foxtrot.
All right, information Fox. And then departure again is 125.70. Yeah. Okay. So everything's good. We got our beacon code. We got ground, or we got clearance delivery. We got ground. So let's go back over here and then turn this on. Avocado, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing, my friend? All right. So let's go ahead and program in our MCP. So our route is KATL. And we're departing off 27 right. It's too damn hot. I can't do it. Oh man, I do not miss it. I'm over here and it's kind of overcast today. Kind of not too hot at all. I went to fly, but even just laying here, I'm pouring sweat. Oh my gosh, man. I do not want that at all. So our departure, we're departing out of here via the
United 1728 back in the cockpit.
Phil 2.
March 6.
And transition. It says grand, but transition is ground. Or is Phil. And let's route. Activate, execute. Let me look at that real quick because football. Phil. Okay. Oh well, that'll put all those in. Yeah, where were you gonna fly? And then our next point will be CNTRL. NTRL. What? Oh, CNTLR. There we go. I don't know. Okay. CNTLR, and then our arrival into Charlotte will be the Jones 2 arrival. And based on the winds right now, I'm going to shoot for the 3.6s.
United 1990 contact. Engine
And
center
we'll catch it
119.55. Thanks.
Andy Sender at 119.55. United 1990.
CNTRL.
Have a great night.
And we'll go with 3.6 center. Execute that. Thanks. And our initial. Been flying a lot of helicopter recently. Been fun. You know, somebody else was telling me that they've been flying helicopters, and I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of hard to get into. 25,000. Our zero fuel weight 129.4. Reserves is 1.0. 1.0. So I don't know how many of my streams you'll be able to catch. I'm going to be moving to night shift starting next week. So I'll have to be to work at 10:30 at night. Okay, 45 takeoff. Going to need flaps 5. And CG, so 5.2 on the trim wheel, 5.52 on the trim. Trim should be good, flaps 5. No joke, it gets so hot in my room that the rubber pad on the bottom of my MacBook literally melted. Oh shit! Pardon my French. So you're still streaming just a different time? Yeah, I'll still be streaming. Just like first thing in the morning whenever I'm getting off of work. So that's looking good. Our V speeds 151, 153, and 158. And that's all looking good there. Let's go back to index. I just want to make sure that it takes it. M1 limits, execute. Alright, looking good. Go up here to our MCP, not MCP, MIP, main instrument panel, VNAV, LNAV is set. And let's turn our brake to RTO. And turn on our anti-collision light. And get ready for a push out of here. Y'all dampers, turn that on. And we're on APU generator right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and call for the truck to come and push us back. And I gotta verify which side of the airport I'm on. See, that's Lima there. What's that say over there? Seven right. So we want our nose to go right, tail left.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for push.
All right, Avocado. Let's go ahead and tune in ground.
Washington, Delta 4567 with you at 35,000.
Locking gear.
So ground was 121.90. Okay. And let's turn on our wipers. And we want our nose to go right, tail left.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, let's go ahead and start firing up our engines.
And thank you for choosing United.
Left
it is our
engine
mission
bleed
to
and our
provide
cruise
you with
altitude
quality and a safe
250
flight.
since I'm up here.
Before we depart,
Left
please
engine
pay attention as the
bleed.
cabin crew demonstrates our safety
Left
procedures.
igniter and give it some fuel.
In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back and tray table is in the upright and locked position. Ensure your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you. Portable telephones are not permitted for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew. Please direct your attention to the flight
They
attendants.
said bird
in the
activity.
cabin.
I don't know what kind of birds is
For
going to be
everyone's
flying around
safety,
here in the rain.
Regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards and crew member instructions. To fasten your seat belt, place the metal fitting into the buckle, and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle. Please review the safety instruction card in the
Left
seat pocket in
generator,
front of
left
you.
pack auto,
It explains
right
the safety
engine
features of
lead,
this aircraft
right
as well as the
starter,
location and
and
operation of the exits and
fuel.
flotation devices.
Set parking brakes.
Your seat cushion serves as an approved flotation device.
And we gotta get engine
To
started.
remove it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest usable exit. After exiting the aircraft, place your arms through the straps and hug the cushion to your chest. This aircraft has several emergency exits. Take a moment to locate the exit nearest you. Keep in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. If there is a loss of this aircraft's electrical power, low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and floor-level lighting.
Disconnect. Bypass pin removed.
If needed, oxygen masks will be released overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach out and pull the mask toward you, fully extending the plastic tube.
Right generator.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over your head. To tighten the fit, hold the tab on each side of the mask. The plastic bag does not need to inflate when oxygen is flowing. Be sure to secure your own mask before
So we just wait for them to get out of the way and then we can commence our
A
taxi.
life vest is located under your seat. To wear it, tear open the plastic package, remove the life vest, and slip it over your head. Infant life
Alright, get out of the way, my
vests are
guys, so we
also
can
available.
taxi.
Wrap the straps around your waist, snap the two ends together and tighten. Inflate the vest by
I
pulling
wish they
down
were a
on
little
the
bit
red
faster
tabs.
with the
The vest
getting
can
out of the
also
way.
be manually inflated by blowing into one end of the red tubes, and is equipped with a water-activated locator light. It is important that you do not inflate your life vest until you have exited the aircraft. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, or disabling a lavatory smoke detector is prohibited. On behalf of
Alright,
the
so let's
captain
go
and
ahead and
the entire
commence our
crew,
taxi,
it is our pleasure to
and
have
we'll
you
contact
aboard.
ground.
Enjoy your flight, and thank you
Let
for
them know where
choosing
we're at
United.
and then get our clearance.
Thank you for paying attention to our safety video. We will be on our way shortly. Flight attendants, prepare for departure.
Atlanta ground, United 1022, Beacon 7115 with information Fox, hold short of taxiway Lima.
United 1022, Atlanta ground, good evening. Runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Mike.
Going to 27 right via Lima, Juliet, Mike, United 1022.
United 712, verify you have information, Foxtrot.
Yeah, I do have information factor United 712.
Perfect, thanks. And same for you, United 1022, verify you have Foxtrot.
Affirmative, I have Foxtrot, United 1022.
Alright, thank you.
I already said that when I first called him. Wow, somebody has a steep climb out there. Or is he banking? Let's name a 4S Mike. So let's see, terminal charts. I know I can't pull them up right now because it's gonna fall out on me like it always does. Oh, it didn't. Cool. So let's see. Lima. Juliet and Mike. So we'll keep going down a little bit. That's Lima 5. Let's see where Lima 5 is on here. So we gotta pass Lima 10 before we turn on Juliet. Lima 6.
United 712, monitor tower 109.1. Have a good
Go in the tower, United 712, thanks.
We're going to continue our taxi down. And we're currently
United 1022, monitor Atlanta tower 119.1. Have a good
Atlanta tower on 119.1, United 1022. 119.1.
And United up south, you can turn your transponder off heading into the ramp as well.
Yes, Captain.
Prepare the cabin for departure.
Thank you.
Okay. I will let the passengers know. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seats are in the upright and locked position.
Light rain. 2986. See altimeter. And our strobe. Let's turn those on.
United 712, contact on departure. We'll see you, man.
Go on departure, United 712.
Oh, I'm lagging today. I don't know why. My internet's pinging today. On the tower, United 1022, holding short of 27 right at Juliet. Or at Mike.
The tower on that football run 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 27 right, RNAV football, United 1022.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hands, my day, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. Now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Oh, I see you every time.
Alright, go ahead and lock our landing gear.
United 1022, contact for RC.
Going to departure. See ya!
See ya!
Alright. RNAV football. And go ahead and bring up our flaps. Let's go to departure.
97 132.97, and make sure you turn direct to small.
Okay, 3297, direct to small, United 712.
United 712, I'm sorry, it's direct to varsity, my apologies.
Oh, direct varsity, okay, United 712, that makes sense.
Yeah, alright, we'll see you next time.
Clear departure, United 1022 with you. 2800 for 10,000.
At 1022, allow us to your radar contact.
Alright, so that was a good takeoff out of Atlanta. Aircraft is going to continue to fly the departure.
United 1022, climb maintain 1 for 14,000.
Going to 14,000, United 1022. And we're out of the range, so we can go ahead and turn off our wipers as well. Can't see nothing down there. And we're getting ready to pass 10,000 feet here in a bit, so we'll go ahead and turn off our landing lights.
United 1022, contact Atlanta Center 132.907, good day.
Going to center 132.97, United 1022. See ya. Alright, 132.97.
Make it VOR.
Okay, direct making it VOR. Okay, I was told to go direct varsity, sir. By approach control, I was told to go direct varsity.
United 712, no worries there. Coordinating that with departure, we got no worries. Just direct make it.
There we go, direct make it VOR, United 712.
Land Center, United 1022 with you. 12,500 for 14,000.
United 1022, Atlanta Center, good evening. Climb maintain flight level 200. We'll get you up to 250 shortly.
Going to 200, United 1022. Alright, so we're going to continue to do that, and while we're doing that, let's go in here and start pulling up the charts for Charlotte. So we need to edit the clip, and we need to get the what's our arrival to Jones 2, RNAV arrival, and let's pull
United 1022, climb maintain flight level 250.
Go to 250, United 1022. Alright, so Jones 2, and for the runway, I'm gonna pull up 18 center and 36 center just in case. Alright. So for 1-8 center, we need 101.3. But the winds are coming from 277, so we're probably going to give us 36 center. So let me go ahead and get that. And frequency for that is 101.7 with a course of 003. On 1.7, 1.7, and a course of 003.
Atlanta Southern American 3 tonight is with you, flight level 140 for 160.
American 329 Atlanta Center, good evening, climb maintain flight level 330.
Up to 330 American 329, good evening.
003, and we need to get our field elevations, our runway elevation.
Atlanta Center, Delta 997, place to ascend, max climb 320.
And it's 692.
So the 997, I should have picked up all that. Delta 997, I'm going to maintain flight level 240, my apologies. We'd like cruise altitude of 320 on amendment.
Alright.
Delta 997, you are, yeah, you're not going to make it 320. In fact, you've got to be down at 240 here in about 20 miles. So, maintain flight level 240.
So we're set up for our arrival. We just passed our transition altitude. So everything's looking good for this departure out of Atlanta.
November 260 Delta Victor, level 310.
And let's see what other controls we have. We have Atlanta Center. Charlotte approach is 126.15.
0260 Delta Victor, Atlanta Center. Good evening.
6. So we're all set up for our arrival into Atlanta.
Piedmont 412 Atlanta Center, good evening. Can you confirm the altitude that Indy gave you?
We're 290 for now. Honestly, we could just stay here if that works for you.
Piedmont 412, maintain flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Piedmont 412.
Every time my sim stutters like that, or every time my internet pings like that, I think my sim is about to crash.
Shoot normal speed.
Normal speed, user Delta Victor, thank you.
Atlanta Center, good evening, Southwest 2148, 9,500 to 16,000.
American 17, contact approach 127.9er, thanks.
And the altitude we're going to need to be at to establish 136 center is
American 17, contact approach 127.9er, thanks.
Contact approach on 127.9er, American 17, thank you.
American 329, contact DC Center 135.50, thanks.
Electronic device.
1355, American 229, thanks, we'll see ya.
Atlanta Center, good evening, JetBlue 2238 with you, level 350.
JetBlue 2238, Atlanta Center, good evening.
So it's E-raised, and then error, and nope.
Piedmont 412, pursue normal speed. Normal speed 412.
Canal American 5 can be with you climbing the 140.
American 520, correction, American 510 Atlanta Center, good evening, climb maintain flight level 390.
So we're about to reach the top of our climb.
Good evening, climb maintain flight level 390.
On this beautiful evening.
Level 390, American 510.
And we'll be beginning our descent shortly after that.
Contact Jacksonville Center, 134.85, thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night.
Delta 2262, contact Memphis, 133.65, thanks.
Over to Memphis, 133.65, Delta 2262, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Delta 997, contact Memphis, 133.65, thanks.
3365, Delta 997.
And I'm just going to keep the seatbelt sign on because we will be beginning our descent here shortly.
Southwest 2148, contact Washington 135.50, thanks.
35.5 Southwest 2148.
Lancer United 1022 requesting stuff from the flight deck for about 3 mics.
United 1022, Charlotte altimeter 2986, landing southbound. Descend via the Jonesy 2 arrival.
Descend via the Jonesy 2, United 1022. Alright, so the winds are 282, so yeah, we're coming in from the south. Alright. So we're gonna need to get down to 2,500 feet. Once it starts to descent. And I'll be right back with y'all momentarily.
Southwest 521, contact Jacksonville Center, 134.85, thanks.
134.85, Southwest 521.
Piedmont 412, descend and maintain 16,000. Charlotte altimeter 2986.
2986 down to 16,000, Piedmont 412.
November 260 Delta Victor, descend and maintain 16,000. Charlotte altimeter 2986.
16,000, 260 Delta Victor.
FedEx 5624, contact Memphis 133.65, thanks.
What?
33.65, FedEx 6624, thank you.
United 712, contact Jacksonville 124.77, thanks.
Sir, is that for United 712?
United 712 affirmative. Contact Jacksonville Center 124.77. Thanks.
12477, United 712.
Atlanta Center, good evening. This is citation 46637 on the ground at Columbus, ready to pick up IFR to St. Petersburg.
Citation 46637. Stand by.
Standing.
Citation 46637. Contact approach 125.7. Thanks.
125.7, 46637. Thanks.
Atlanta Center, American 49 checking in with you, 11,500 for 16,000.
American 49er, Atlanta Center, good evening. Climb maintain flight level 310.
Up to 310, American 49, roger.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 2010 is with you, 11.6 for 14.
Delta 2010 Atlanta Center, good evening. I don't think you're going to be able to make it to flight level 270. Can you take flight level 230?
23 flying with us for 2010.
Delta 2010, climb maintain flight level 230.
230 for 2010, thank you.
Atlanta Center, FedEx 69, flight level 300, direct Utek.
FedEx 69er Atlanta Center, good evening. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it. American 49er contact, Washington Center 135.50.
Wow, I said a whole bunch just now. I think I've been talking for like the past 2 minutes without my mic being on. Charlotte Center, United, or Atlanta Center, sorry, United 1022 back with you in a flight deck.
Yeah, 1022, thanks.
So how you doing, Black Diamond? Talk with me today. No, that's not it. That's not it at all.
Piedmont 412, say indicated airspeed.
Usually when I step away from the flight deck, I mute my mic, and when I come back, I unmute it. Usually I get caught whenever I'm keying into the controller and they're saying carrier no voice.
290, 606.
Atlanta Center, American 1862, passing 10,000, direct my sheet.
Doing great. Doing a big update for 747. Okay. What's the new features going to be?
Piedmont 412, contact Charlotte, approach 126.15, thanks, Gia.
2615, Piedmont 412. Have a great night.
So you missed it. It was kind of squirrely getting into Atlanta earlier.
Atlanta, good evening, EPS.
And it wasn't even stepping on each other. It wasn't even because of weather or anything like that. It was just they gave me some last minute changes, and I was in the clouds, and yeah. But we still had a good landing into Atlanta, no issues. And then we had a rainy departure out of Atlanta because it started raining when we were on the ground.
573 Atlanta Center, good evening, call 19, flight level 320.
320, American 573.
Atlanta Center, UPS 1285, Heavy's 8.5 for 16,000, direct below.
Alright, so we're probably going to be catching the 1.8, so let me...
303, UPS 1285.
That's landing north.
Approach 126.15, thanks, see ya.
2015, T-scale, Victor.
And I think he was saying we're landing south. So...
American 510, contact Jackson.
Find out in a second.
124.77, thanks.
Long list, but it's good. I did a flight to Salt Lake. Beautiful coach. Nice. You flew the 74 in or the 737?
FedEx 69er Atlanta altimeter 286 landing westbound, cross Glavin at and maintain 14,000.
We'll cross Glavin at maintain 14,000. Atlanta landing west, and we have the latest information for FedEx 69.
Alright, so he should be passing me over to Charlotte Approach
American
in a
1862,
bit.
contact Washington Center 135.50, thanks.
13550 Washington Center, American 1862, thanks.
So yeah, what aircraft did you fly into Salt Lake? Get the frequency for 1.8 center, so let me look at that. 1.8 center frequency is 101.3. Let's just go in here just in case. What was it? 1.3.
Atlanta, good evening, American 790 with you, flight level 350.
American 790 Atlanta Center, good evening. United 1022, contact Charlotte Approach 126.15, thanks.
Going to approach on 126.15, United 1022. See ya.
Left turn direct to Lima 006.
November 6200 Tango, radar contact position as reported. I'll have direct Charlotte Airport for you in a second.
0 Tango, roger.
Atlanta Approach, United 1022 with you, 14,000, descending via the Jones 2.
United 1022, Charlotte departure, hello, or correction, Charlotte Approach, hello. The Charlotte altimeter 29086. Information, India's current, you can expect the ILS 18 center approach.
Spec ILS 18 center, United 10, 22. Alright, so that's why I did that. So let's change up the arrival. Stop bouncing, stop bouncing.
November 620 Sierra Tango, advise when you have the weather for Lincoln Pin and an approach request.
0 Sierra Tango will advise, we will be flying, I probably should have made this more clear in the remarks, but we will be flying an instrument approach at Charlotte International to a touch and go and then proceeding from there to Lincoln.
0 Sierra Tango, roger. Would you like the ILS 18 left or center?
18 left would be great, 0 Sierra Tango.
0 Sierra Tango, you can expect that.
And for 18 center, we need to be...
Right 360 will expect it.
And 18 center, field elevation.
0 Sierra Tango, you can also climb maintain 4,000.
742.
Piedmont 412, turn right heading 010.
Right turn 010, Piedmont 412.
November 260 Delta Victor is 5.5 miles from Limo, cross Limo at or above 3,400, clear DLS, runway 20 approach.
Came out about 3,400, clear ILS 20 approach, 0.
And 0 Delta Victor, in the event of a go around, maintain 4,000 and turn left heading 130.
Okay, and then go around 4,000, 0 down, no full need at 0.
United 1022, you appear to be deviating left of the arrival. Would you like to proceed direct any fixes right now?
Negative, I'm correcting. The autopilot kicked off for United 1022.
Roger. Piedmont 412, say airspeed.
250 knots, Piedmont 412.
Piedmont 412, reduce speed to 210 knots.
Alright, we'll slow down to 210, Piedmont 412.
Nope, I want to go straight to Wiley.
Potential aircraft Concord information Bravo is now current to wind 240 the altimeter 2987.
Alright, so let's continue our descent down. And we need to be at 737-900. Love it. Heads up work without a hitch. Yeah, I love the heads up on that thing. 742 and the
November
course
260 Delta Victor, the wind 240 runway 20 clear to land.
183.
Yeah, 20 clear land 0 Delta Victor.
183,
Not sure
and we need to be at 2400. 183 and we go 2400.
Piedmont 412, continue your descent down to 4,000, turn right heading 100, vector final.
Right turn 100 down to 4,000, Piedmont 412.
Woo! We're in some nastiness again. And they say we need to be down to 2400, so we're good. Richie, your approach controller, getting on. How you doing, sir? So this is kind of a nasty approach into Charlotte right now. Oh no, he's getting an OTS. Oh, he's getting training. Okay. Cool, cool. He's doing well so far. Alright, let's pop up here and our APUs and set our engines as continuous. Whew.
Piedmont 412, clear direct from Lima.
No, not training. Haha, he's being watched to decide if he gets a certification. Oh, okay.
Direct Lima, Piedmont 412.
Is he doing good so far? From my end, it seems like he's doing well. I don't know. on Atlanta approach. Oh, okay. So does Atlanta usually get busy for you? Did you get the same clearance? Yep, I did. He said to send via the Jones 2. And expecting 1-8 center. So we got 2 should be no lower than 6,000. That's my altitude. Okay. Yeah, he didn't say to send to 6,000. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in there.
Across the mill at about 3,400.
At about 3,400, cleared ILS 20, Beaumont 412.
Alright. Same via clearance only clear through the lower public altitude. Alright, for some reason my chart does not want to load. Great. Alright, so we are turning, should be getting final vectors here shortly. The same via clearance only clear through the low public altitude on the star. Okay. Thanks for that info. What the heck? Why is my chart not loading? Okay. I don't know why my chart's not loading up right now. Go ahead and set our brakes RT to brake 2, and let's select our VREF.
November 260 Delta Vector, welcome to Concord,
So,
exit right
40,
and taxi out to the ramp. Thank you, fine. Good night.
145. Come on. So y'all got a lot of traffic in Atlanta right now? Because it seemed like it was starting to pick up whenever I took off out of there. Okay. That's weird for Friday night ops. I was thinking there's 8 departures right now. I was thinking it would be a whole lot more. Alright, finally breaking out of the soup. And now my chart wants to load up. $6,000 at Jardin. Okay. Well, they're doing this new thing where we're opening up all ARTCCs with no more FMO for in-delivery. Oh, really? I didn't know that. It looks like we have a little bit of rain, maybe. Thanks for that information on the star, because I always thought you had to descend to the initial altitude to establish on the localizer. Yeah, because of COVID, there were too many arrivals to airports at the end.
United 1022, continuing descent down to 4,000, then reduce speed to 210 knots.
Going to 4,000 and 210, United 1022. Alright, going down to 4,000.
November 516, November Sierra, clear direct Tri-Cities Airport.
6 November Sierra, clear direct Tri-Cities.
And
So too many people are holding and being held on the ground. Oh, okay, so that makes sense.
Bye-bye.
6 November Sierra to Atlanta Center, 132.907. Have a good day.
So, I mean, it's good that they have all the controllers there.
November 620 Sierra Tango, turn left heading 270 vector to find.
Cause I found like during the week before the COVID thing, it was dead sometimes.
Shutterbridge, Piedmont 412, final runway 20.
Piedmont 412, my apologies.
Yeah, it looks
Wind
like
24010, runway 20, go to land.
20, go to land, Piedmont 412.
Yeah, because stuff is starting to open up again and people can actually go and do things.
United 1022, turn right heading 090 vector to final.
Turn right 090, United 1022. Yep, anyways, I'll wait until you land to distract you further. You're good, my friend. Alright, so let me make sure I got the approach course or the frequency in.
You're in Concord, like IFR to Lancaster with Concord
18
information
center, and it is 111.3.
Information.
260 Delta Victor, roger. Charter Bridge, American 1733, descending on the Chisley 4 through 8000.
Alright, let's go ahead and establish, turn on our localizer so it'll start establishing that.
Information, India's current, expect the ILS runway 23 from jet.
And let's get our field elevation for
Alright, we have the altimeter, expect the ILS runway 23, American 1733.
Yep.
United 1022, turn right heading 160, join to 18 center localizer.
Doing the 18 center localizer for United 1022.
And November 206 Delta Victor, clear to Lancaster Airport via radar vector Charlotte VOR, then as filed. On departure, maintain 3000, expect 4010 after departure. Departure this frequency, squawk 6772, read back squawk code only.
67720.
And our speed
November
is
260 Delta Victor, read back is correct. Call me short of 20, ready to depart.
Alright, so we're just waiting to establish on the guide slope.
Shutterbridge, Piedmont 412 is clear on Alpha.
Piedmont 412, pass you to ramp at your discretion. Thanks for flying. Good night.
We're at Piedmont 412, appreciate you.
Patch, how you doing? 504 Yankee, 1.3 climbing 4,000, heading 170.
5004 Yankee, shot departure radar contact.
You still here, Black Diamond?
1022, you're 6.5 miles from Ozeji. Cross Ozeji out or above 3000. Clear the ILS runway 18 center approach. Maintain 210 knots till Hagel.
Maintain 210 knots till Hagel and clear ILS 18 center, United 1022.
November 5004 Yankee, maintain 4000 if you aren't already, and advise when you have the weather and an approach request into Lincolnton.
We got the weather, we're up to 4,000 like the ILS 23 Skanky.
Did you say skanky?
Alright, you can expect that. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we should be establishing on localizer here in a second. And we got some light rain into Charlotte.
American 1733 from Jeff's clear to LS runway 23 approach.
Alright, we're establishing on the localizer, or the glide slope. Let's pull up our heads up display.
Alright, clear to LS runway 23 approach, American 1733.
That's it. APU's running. And we should be set up for a good arrival. And he said Eagle, so we're good. So we can go ahead and get down to our approach speed of 145. And let's drop our flaps. And drop our landing gear.
And November 5004 Yankee for the ILS, Yankee into Lincoln. Would you like to do the procedure turn at Jibom or vectors final?
We'll just take vectors and final for 0 for Yankee or whatever's easiest for you.
0 for Yankee, sure. Turn right heading 280.
Alright, turn heading 280, 0 for Yankee.
Alright. Start drying my hands off because you know they start to sweat every time I go to land.
United 1022, contact Charlotte Tower 18-1. Good day.
Go to Tower 18-1, United 1022. 18-1, 118.1. Charlotte Tower, United 1022 on final 18 center.
United 1022, you're still on approach's frequency, but the wind 220 at 6, runway 18 center, clear to land. Contact him when you reach the ground.
Roger. United 1022. Dang it, how did I do that? 18.1. Charlotte Tower, United 1022 on final 18 center.
Yeah, 1022 Charlotte Tower 12206, runway 18 center, clear to land.
Here's land 18 center, United 1022. Alright. So let's set this up for a good landing.
And Charlotte Tower, American 2091, holding short, runway 18 center.
American 2091, roger, hold short, 18 center, landing traffic.
We'll go, American 2091.
Terrain.
I got the circle of death for a second, so I thought my sim was about to crash. I was about to be mad. Wow, there's a lot of traffic here.
Sitting in Charlotte Tower, TBM 6892 Golf is ready for taxi from the FBO.
6892 Golf, Charlotte Tower, roger. Can you accept 1918 left at Delta 7?
20, 10.
Copy 18 left.
102 Golf affirmative. Taxi 18 left at Delta 7 via Delta 7.
Delta 7, thank you.
American 2091 Charlotte Tower, runway 18 center, last point.
Final wait, 18 center, American 2091.
United 1022, left turn when able. Taxi ramp via Echo across from my Tuesday.
Left turn. Taxi ramp via Echo, 1922.
American 2091, amend your initial altitude, maintain 3000 as a departure.
3000 on departure, American 2091.
Yeah, that wind caught me.
American 2091, thank you, wind 2206.
As soon as I came in the flare, it was like, what the heck?
200 on the headache, copy that on the wind, clear for takeoff.
But I was still able to land it.
187, American 2091, thank you.
Alright, let's go ahead and shut off our landing lights and continue our taxi.
American 2004, when I turn left way.
On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us, and we hope that you will join us again.
So we're going to cross the 5 and then proceed on. It was alright landing. I wouldn't say it was good. It was alright. We didn't come down like a rock.
American 2091, traffic,
It didn't seem like my, it didn't want to idle like it was supposed to.
6.15, maintain 3000, thank you for your help. Up to 3000 over to departure, American 2091, and we'll copy down the traffic gate in sight. Charlotte Tower, Skylane 6.
So are you doing any more flying today,
ILS runway,
Black Diamond, or no?
Left approach for touching up. Tower 6200 Tango, Charlotte Tower 1206, from 18 left, clear for the option. 20 left for the option, 6200 Tango. Or American 2097 or 2004, fly heading 200, 18, center crew takeoff 12206. 200 from takeoff from American. Or 6200 Tango on the go. Would you like to shoot another approach, or are you staying in the pattern? 00 Tango, we'll be proceeding to our file, the destination Lincoln. 6200 Tango, roger. American 1887, Charlotte Tower, 18 center, last way. I'm away, 18 center, American 1887.
Charlotte Tower, American 1733, ILS, runway 23.
American 1733, Charlotte Tower, wind 2206, 1923, clear line, traffic lands when it left.
Runway 23, clear to land, we'll caution the traffic, American 1732.
Or 6200 Tango, on the go, flag runway heading, maintain 4000. On the go, runway heading 4000, 6200 Tango.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, I like it. I like the scenery. The only thing I don't like is AI traffic is pretty dumb on the scenery. They'll come speeding down the ramp. You're trying to taxi out or get pushed back, and next thing you know, you got a truck driving through you.
Looking for clarification on taxi to 18 left, please. I'm on Delta currently, approaching Delta 7.
Or 6800 to go to turn left to Delta 7, hold short 18 left past Delta 7 for your intersection.
Alright, so we're going to turn into the gate right here.
Delta 7, hold short runway.
American 2004, contact departure for flight. Departing your day, American 2004. Skyline 6200 Tango.
Yeah, let's turn off our taxi lights so we're not blinding anybody.
11 mile final, runway 23, no sector. 00 Tango.
Charlotte Tower, American 2252 Heavy, ready taxi 18.
Alright, so we've made it to Charlotte. I had to clean up a couple of my sceneries because my sound was starting to lag. Oh, was it? Yeah, I'm not buying any more sceneries. I'm done. Actually, I think I might get one more. I might get LaGuardia.
I'll recycle it, see what it does.
That way I can fly into New York.
Walking the wrong code. I'll fix it. No problem.
They told me
right.
6636
Let's
on
go
the clock.
ahead and pull up the jetway.
I'll fix it for you.
And what was the taxi instructions again for 2252 Heavy?
And let's go ahead and turn off our strobe because we don't need that as well.
American 2252 Heavy, taxi 18 left.
And as soon as the jetway gets in the way or next to us, I will disconnect the seatbelt so that everybody can get off.
Takeoff 12206.
Flight heading 200, clear for takeoff, American 1887.
Air 6892 Gulf, continue holding short when I left, traffic's on a mile and a half on.
TBM 902 Golf, continue holding short.
All right, so we're good. Let's go ahead and
Tower for 00,
turn off the
just want to
seatbelt
confirm
sign.
the heading was a 170, not 270.
And let's get all the baggage and stuff off. So we need to open up the doors.
620, sir, Tango, I'm sorry, second.
Just to confirm, the heading on the missed approach was 170, not 270.
Runway heading for 620, sir, Tango, runway heading.
All right, so we have made it to Charlotte. They're going to go ahead and get all the baggage and everything off. I want to say thank y'all for everybody who popped into the stream. Black Diamond, always a pleasure when you pop in, my friend. And who is that? Richie 19 or 192. Appreciate the information that you gave me on the star, because I seriously thought you had to descend down to the height to establish on the localizer. So thank you. I really didn't know that. So that's going to do it for this stream for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be departing out of Charlotte and flying into Memphis, and then with the continuation to Philadelphia. So thanks for hanging out with us, and until next time, y'all have a good one. Good night.
I'm sorry.